Welcome to the Main Event Fightcast and happy holidays. I'm your host, Vega, alongside my co-host, Coach Mike. And as happy as the holidays are, unfortunately, we just had our last fight card of the year, bro.
I mean,
Fucking, what are we going to do for the rest of the year on Saturdays?
It was a nice way to end the year, though.
It was a fantastic card to end the year with.
Seeing Kobe get his ass whooped.
That's like, I was going to say, why do we hate Kobe so much? But that's not at all what I meant to say. It was like,
I think I hate him more now that he brought out Hulk Hogan. That was his idea of like a bang.
That was crazy. Also, did you notice he didn't really have a corner? Like all his corner was like kind of celebrity people.
No,
like
Kobe. I mean,
Chael was
Chael Sonnen.
But like Chael as a cornerman, like that's more of a celebrity thing than an actual cornerman thing.
Listen, we were on Joaquin Buckley when he was bugging with that call out, but he's been saying it. Was this Kobe's last fight? Like he doesn't seem like somebody who's ready to be competitive. He said he looked like he's on his retirement tour. Chael Sonnen is talking for you,
right?
Chael Sonnen is cornering you.
Like that shit was crazy, bro. And then you bring in Hulk Hogan of all people. Yeah. Like also, I was really confident it was gonna be Trump. I can't believe we were wrong. That's crazy.
I was confident. I was confident it wasn't gonna be Trump. But when he was like somebody that Hunter and Dana answered to. That's why everybody believed it was Trump, but Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, where in the world would Dana and Hunter answer to Hulk Hogan for anything at all? Like Hulk Hogan.
I think it's time for
Dana
to
stop. Sell his beer,
it's time for Dana to stop backing that Kobe boy because.
I think the Kobe show is over.
When Kobe was turning down fights, Dana's like he's never turned down a fight, and it's like, bro, out of all things you want to stand behind, that's what you're gonna stand behind. Right. You're a liar.
And I really hated the narrative that he tried to spin this week. Yo, bro, sometimes I hate that we do this show on Mondays or Sundays because we end up missing some of the nonsense the fighters say. Like, I hated everything Kobe said going into this press conference, bro. The very little he did, like, the whole spiel he did attacking LeBron was nuts. Like, what the fuck was that about, bro? He funny. Really snapped on LeBron,
That's
bro.
when I should have known that Chael was going to be around a lot, too, because Chael's the same guy. Chael hates LeBron James. He hates LeBron James.
Why?
I told you, my friends was in Vegas that he was trying to fight LeBron.
That's nuts, bro. I don't understand it. So that whole spiel was crazy. Yeah. And then the whole I signed up to fight Shavkat, but they said no. Like, bro, shut up. Nobody believes this nonsense. What are you talking about?
He called asking for Shavkat.
No, he didn't, bro.
He didn't say he signed up for it. He called asking for Shavkat, bro. Saying that he's overrated.
Boy, ducked the phone calls coming his way is what he did. He sat on his couch and waited. Like, bro, you avoided the calls when they were giving you Ian. And now, like I said, we're never getting the Ian Gary versus Kobe fight, which really would be exciting because Ian actually hates Kobe to his core, bro. Yeah. Ian's the one that started the whole cuck shit.
That would be a. You say Ian is the one? You mean?
I mean, Kobe started the whole cuck shit against Ian.
I think that was going around for a while, but he definitely tried to take it to the next level because his platform, he's got more followers. Probably.
That's what I mean. Like, he's the one that really made that a thing.
I guess.
Like, because the internet's always saying some bullshit. You know what I mean? But like, when he took it there,
Ian should be way past him now. He just on the way down.
Honestly, the real question is, do we see Ian versus Buckley the way we're supposed to?
That's exactly what I was thinking about. That's the fight to make.
That's what was scheduled. That's really the fight to make.
It's the fight to make, and it's dangerous for Shavkat. Because can one of them have a performance big enough that if Shavkat's waiting for Bilal, somebody cut the line?
I low-key think that Ian got hurt enough to not be able to fight too soon, and they won't be able to cut the line before that.
No. I don't think it'll be anytime soon. I'm saying if Bilal is still out, what does Shavkat do?
Nah. Bilal should be back by February. I feel like they'll have that title fight booked by like February, bro. This is I was shocked to believe this, bro, but based on everything Dana was saying during the post-fight presser, I really think that they got that John Jones and Tom Aspinall fight signed, bro.
I think he's all in. He's all in. He's probably willing to give John Jones a $10 million, $20 million payday.
That'd be crazy, bro. That'd be literally the biggest payout.
That's the only reason why I would think he's confident about it.
And it would be worth it. That would be the biggest fight, quite literally, and like.
But what if John Jones gets it done quick and it's Crickets.
For me, that makes the fight even bigger, bro. If he goes in there and Cyril Gons Tom Aspinall, bro, like, I'm going to be a believer, bro. You know I'm not a big John Jones fan. But if he goes in there and just mops the floor with Tom Aspinall, bro, I'm 100% signed up. I also forgive the steroids, bro. I'm on that bandwagon. That's how far I'm going, bro. I also excuse and forgive the steroids, bro. Like, if he goes in there and mops the floor with Tom Aspinall, you have to excuse everything, bro. Every single negative goes out the window, bro. That is literally the greatest fighter of all time. No question, no punctuation, no asterisks, nothing.
My
bro.
only fear with that fight being booked is if Tom were to win and then lose 3 fights later. You know what I mean?
3 fights later?
Yeah.
3 fights later is nothing.
No. Have some kind of legacy, like some kind of
I think that'll speak.
How long was John on top for? How long was DC on top for before he even lost?
But remember, heavyweight wise, different conversation, right?
Like heavyweight,
right? So a little different.
These are all guys.
The record is Stipe. Remember, heavyweight. The record is Stipe
with the belt.
That's what I'm saying. So if that's what we're talking about with
you're
Tom,
saying 3.
You know what I'm saying? Like 3 would be the same. Especially 1 would be unifying. His first fight is unifying.
Yeah, exactly. That wouldn't be a
right.
defense.
So then 3 defenses from there.
That means he defends it 2 times and then he didn't reach Stipe.
Oh, my fault. I understood you were saying like he got 3 fights after.
No, three fights later he loses.
Okay, so all right, so 2 fights and he doesn't beat Stipe's record.
Exactly.
But he's still in a good spot, bro. He beat John Jones. He got the 2.
I mean though, how like
he did.
The moment John signs theoretically, there's a chance he could lose.
Theoretically, he did defend the interim, so that is 1 defense already on the belt. You know what I'm saying? Because that's somebody he would have had to defend against anyway.
There's no defense on the interim.
He defended the interim, bro. I know it breaks all logic, but thank your boy John Jones for this mess we're in, bro. He created all of that shit.
How is that John Jones'
He stepped away and didn't let them. They didn't want to strip him, and he didn't want to give it up.
No. He didn't say don't strip me. They said, you know what? You've done so much for the company. You've never been injured.
That's what I said. They didn't want to strip him, and he didn't say, I'll give it up.
That was Dana White's fault for doing that.
Nah.
For not stripping him, for making an interim belt.
They could take equal blame because John could have stepped out the same way that Jerry did, the same way Jamal Hill did, the same way so many fighters before have.
Like people blaming John Jones for a card being moved. He messed up. He was about to get kicked off the card, and there's no card without John Jones. That's not his fault.
You literally described it as his fault just now, bro. What?
That's the company's fault. If your company is so weak that Vega, my number 1 worker, calls out sick, I gotta go. You know what? I'm closing for the day.
Yeah, but this is at the beginning of the UFC. They're literally building the company at this point.
This wasn't the beginning.
Bro, this is the early 100 fights. What are you talking about?
This was about 6 years ago, bro.
Nah.
We're talking about it might have been 7 years ago, 8 years ago tops.
It's 2024, bro. Think about that. It's 2024. That was easily a 2015, 2016 situation.
How long has it been legal in New York?
2014, 2015.
That's
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's a minute ago, bro.
That's not the beginning of the UFC. The UFC already had a 20-year anniversary at that point.
But it still wasn't doing fantastic. It was still doing very bad as a company, bro. Like, so the whole theory you're throwing out there is literally saying that the whole concept of how they build fight cards is broken.
Bro,
because that's how every fight card is designed.
If a star has to pull out because of whatever reason, not even a failed
They just had that situation with Conor and Michael Chandler. The only reason they got away with it is because there was another star. Because the company's gotten so big that they can build multiple stars.
You can't blame
At
Conor
that point, they didn't have multiple stars.
You can't blame Conor for getting injured. You can blame Conor for waiting so long to cancel.
Yeah, 100%.
Those are 2 totally different things, though.
No, but him getting injured isn't what affected the card. Him not telling them.
Exactly.
Right, and that's what we blame him for. Nobody blames him for getting injured.
Exactly. So you know
what I'm saying?
You can't be mad.
But in John Jones' case, he didn't get injured.
I don't remember if it was a failed.
It was a failed test, bro. So they had to scramble to move it to another place where they retested and he passed. That's why there was so much chaos around it, bro.
Well,
but like I said, if he
not
mops the
his
floor with
fault.
Tom Aspinall,
It's not
I don't
his
give a
fault.
fuck about none of that.
It's not his fault that the other guys couldn't carry the event enough that they didn't feel.
That's a wild thing to say,
It
bro.
is.
That's literally how fight cards are built,
I
bro.
don't.
And at that point, they don't have as many
It
stars.
is no different from calling
That's
out
crazy.
from work.
People
get sick. Things happen.
Bro, people getting sick and you getting caught not testing good, positive, bro. Like pissing hot versus getting sick is different, bro.
We're talking about picograms. How much people were proven to have tainted substance? And there was no issue.
I'm not taking that deep dive with you right now. I'm not taking that deep dive with you. I'm sorry, because it's gonna remind me of my boy Ryan Garcia getting punished for no reason right now, bro. Devin Haney's out of control, bro. Devin Haney's out of control. I cannot wait for the rematch, bro. They have to do a rematch. They have to do a rematch.
It's not happening.
Devin Haney can't let his legacy go like that. Also, if Devin Haney loses that next fight, oh man,
probably another thing doesn't happen.
Oh man, that's gonna be ugly.
I see Tank is almost getting baited into a fight with Shakur. Like he
said he was gonna retire.
He's saying a lot of things. He's talking about his anger management stuff, and he is very uneasy when they bring up Shakur.
That's the reason I believe him. Not the uneasy part with Shakur, the anger management and his kid. Like that combination of emotions, I understand him saying I kind of want to retire because, and the way he explained it was like boxing has not only been the release for my anger, but it's also been a source for my anger. Like I have to fire myself up to fight. And because of that...
Your problem is you're bothered by what people say. You retire, people still know who you are.
But he won't be in the spotlight anymore.
But they'll still speak.
But he won't be in the spotlight. He won't have anything to prove.
And you'll still be tight. And you'll now you don't have an opponent to go knock out.
No, now you're not granting him the grace of being able to grow as a man, bro. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because if he's growing, I'm sorry
that I think you can grow as a man while you do this. Because the truth of the matter is, the issue is not the fighting. The issue is how affected you are by other people's work.
But exactly. So if he's saying, it's not the fighting that's bothering me. I'm stepping away from this because I don't want to be in the spotlight anymore. He can do that. He can step out of the spotlight, bro. People can still talk about them all they want, but he doesn't have anything to prove.
Completely out the spotlight.
He doesn't have anything to prove.
He's still Tank.
He can be Tank, but once he's no longer fighting, everything you say is a hypothetical. He doesn't actually have to sign up to prove anything. He's already said, I'm done doing this.
Wow, you retired because you're running from Shakur. That's going to make him uneasy.
Yes, if you think so.
Shit
wouldn't bother me if I was retired.
I'm on his side in the sense of, what has Shakur done to deserve that fight? And I like Shakur, but there's nothing that he's ever done that's told me like, this is the guy for Tank.
So as much as I love Merab, I've always hated that perspective. Like the whole idea of like, what have you accomplished to get a chance to like, bro, people are asking for us to fight. That's the whole conversation. Is really, we are in the fight business. I don't have to earn shit if this is what the fans are asking for.
I don't think people realize that.
That's it. Like, if I lose, I lose. If you win, if I win, I win.
The majority of the fans are asking for. The majority of the people that are asking for that fight is because they hate Shakur more than they hate Tank.
That's fine. This is what they're asking for. We gonna get this bread, bro.
They want to see Shakur.
Are you really that afraid of losing to me that you don't want to take a chance on getting this money that the fans are throwing at us? They're literally throwing the money at the screen, bro. They can't buy the pay-per-view fast enough. What are you waiting for? What are you talking about? What has he done? He's done enough for the fans to be asking for this fight. That's all that matters. And that's why...
I'd watch it.
That's why we love the UFC, because Dana makes the fights happen that the fans want to see, bro.
So you think if Dana was in charge, they would have fought already?
Oh my God, yes, bro. What we would have gotten so many fights we've asked for that haven't happened if Dana was in charge.
I think if Dana was
would have been nuts.
If Dana was in charge, they both would have lost that a long time ago, and I don't think Shakur would have been up there with Tank.
I don't think Tank would have lost the O. I think.
I think Tank possibly would have lost it early in his career. Because I've seen the growth and how he actually does homework. He was a little more of a brawler earlier in his career, so that little late start, it benefited him.
That's true.
It benefited him.
That's true.
So he probably like when you in there knocking people out fast, usually rise up in competition way quicker, especially
as
with
we've
Dana.
seen in
Especially
in
with
UFC.
Dana.
Right? Like we saw this weekend with.
That's the only reason I think he would have lost the O, because a lot of these guys outpointed him.
Like we saw with Vito and Petrino.
There was fights that, yeah, exactly. There was fights that Tank was absolutely losing, knocked the dude out in the 8th round.
Yeah.
Like, if we go to the points, he would have lost. But
and after watching the fight with Dustin Jacoby, Vito Petrino, I kind of feel that way. Like, it wasn't a super clear victory Vito Petrino had, but he was winning the fight. Right? Like, he was winning. And then he wasn't, bro. Dustin Jacoby knocked this boy's lights clear out, bro. He put him in a twister off of a KO, bro. That shit was crazy. Now, we're going to get to another person who threw some late strikes, but I don't understand what he threw those punches for, bro. Like, I don't know why Dustin Jacoby threw those last 2 punches. No, before we get to the other one. Before we get to that, like, Dustin Jacoby, bro, Vito Petrino is laying with his stomach to the floor and his hip to the sky, bro. Like, his body is literally twisted. You don't have to hit him again at all. Like, we're good. Yeah. We get it. Yeah, but he's still.
I agree.
The refs were moving kind of slow that night. Yeah, I said tonight. That's hilarious. The refs were kind of moving kind of slow that night.
I agree. I agree. That first punch is usually the refs' fault. But if we're talking about what Michael Johnson did,
Johnson snapped. I don't know what cracked in his brain, bro, but he snapped.
Usually somebody falls like that, when they hit the ground, they wake up.
That boy was cold.
He still was asleep.
He was out cold.
And then you hit him 3 more times.
Michael Johnson hit him 3 more times and he did not wake up, bro. He just laid there, ate all 3 of them shit.
Always good to see Michael Johnson get the win. Always good. I didn't want him to get that 20th loss. Man.
I know 2020 isn't as good as 21-19.
That's a documentary. Sure. Your record's a documentary. Sure, 2020, that's crazy.
But that's why I'm saying he should retire. I think the 2 people from this card, I know I've been out, my fault, guys. Please, I mean, no disrespect to any of the MMA fighters. You guys know I love this shit with a passion. But I've been retiring a lot of fighters this month, bro. And I got 2 more on the list, bro. I got 2 more on the list. Colby Covington.
Some were rightfully so.
Colby Covington and Michael Johnson, bro. Michael Johnson, retire with this W, bro. Retire on a cold knockout with a clean win. 21-19. You're retiring the positives. Like, that's it, bro. Hang it up. You've done some magic work. Colby, everybody hates you, bro.
All right, so,
that's it. Wrap it up.
With Michael Johnson, with the Menace, with Michael the Menace Johnson, I say the odds are plus 300,000.
Nah, he's probably not going to
retire.
Nah, he's not going to retire.
He's not retiring. No. The man was ready to call out names.
I'm not counting on that one.
He's not retiring.
Yeah. And it was weird that he was ready to call out his teammates. I don't know what he meant by that.
Yo, bro.
That was a weird-ass opening statement.
Yes.
Like, he was like, yeah, I got some names I was going to call out. I was going to start with my teammate, but it's like, whoa, what just happened? And then add to that the fact that he came out by himself. Yeah. He didn't really have a corner.
But that man has so many hours of sparring.
Did he need it?
When I think of him, I always remember when him and Kamaru was sparring. And I'm like, that's a perfect example of, like, light sparring is like play fighting with your brother. It starts one way, but how it ends is always almost a real fight.
It always gets too rough by the end.
And they hugged it out and everything after, but they was legit trying to hurt each other.
Mm-hmm. Once you get to that point, it just kind of happens. Now, fight of the night. Talk about, so like, Cub Swanson almost made the list of people that I think should be retiring, but I feel like his hot streak lately has been insane, bro.
He's 41 years old. What you mean? He should retire on that win.
Oh, that's crazy.
But,
I didn't see that coming. Imagine that.
But it's a more impressive win in levels of guys they fought. So
I think Billy Quadradillo is a little bit more.
Yeah,
he's more of a stud for sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's a better win than. Michael Johnson should retire on that.
Yeah, but no, I think Michael Johnson should retire on the win regardless. Like, it was expected for him to win. He was the favorite, but nonetheless, like, he beat a young up and coming guy by a devastating knockout. Like, that's
I'll reiterate, right? 0 chance he retires.
But Cub Swanson, on the other hand, This, like, yo, bro, he needed to come out to Not Like Us, bro. I needed that to happen. I don't know why he didn't do it.
This is the
sooner,
second
bro.
fight you hoping he comes
Bro,
out to
yo,
Not Like
come,
Us.
yo, bro, please come out. Like, it don't even got to be Not Like Us anymore. Just come out to a Kendrick bop now,
Squabble
bro.
up.
Come
Just
out to Squabble Up. Come out to TV Off. Like, just pick something, bro.
Nah,
like,
he did turn his TV off.
He turned his TV off, bro, for sure. He turned his TV off.
He did turn his TV off. He did. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. He did.
Yo, and he earned himself Fight of the Night with that, which was fantastic.
Funny.
Performance of the night went to Dustin Jacoby. That knockout we highlighted earlier, which was crazy. Manel Cap, on the other hand, I think also should have earned himself a nice little bonus, bro. My boy was in there shimmying.
Nah,
he was hitting with the
they
was
already saying, "Be careful, we gonna end up like Anderson
Silva, bro."
But he a little questionable on that sequence at the end. He definitely got a little get back for all the nut shots he ate before that.
Hey, if the ref didn't see it, I didn't see it.
Yo, he hit him with a combination, punched him in the cup, and kept it going.
Bro. Just doop, 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 doop.
But that was a great performance. I thought he deserved the bonus.
Yeah, overall, I think he deserved the bonus for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think he might have lost his bonus when he went and stressed out. Dana kept asking him for the title shot.
Exactly.
I think that's where he blew it.
But it's also Bruno Silva deserved it in the sense that might have been a fight, more of a fight of the night than SoCal, because the fact that Bruno was eating some shots. He was tough.
It was definitely more of a...
At one point, he ate a shot so clean, it looked like he was dropping like this. He was just going down for the takedown.
Yep.
Like, he was eating shots for, like, nothing.
Eating them left and right.
So it's not just because of Manuel that I think Bruno deserved the bonus on that, too.
Yeah. It was a good one. You know who else had a really crazy good fight for, like, just stunningly good out of nowhere? Piera Rodriguez and Josephine Knudsen, dog. Like, what the hell?
That's how you open a card.
Like, that's how you open a card. Like, literally how you open a card. She came out swinging from the minute the bell rang, overwhelmed Josephine Knudsen from start to
I thought she was going to tire out. I had Josephina by knockout, so I was hoping for her to.
That's hilarious.
But she put on a performance.
And honestly, I shied away from betting on Piera because I was initially going to bet on her, but when I saw her on the weigh-ins, I was like, "Yo, she is not looking good on the scale."
You might have affected that
Josephine decision.
Yeah, you might have.
She didn't look good on the scale, but I guess it did not matter, bro.
I might have went with the undefeated fighter, and you saying that
kind of swayed it a little bit more.
That might have been it.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. Like I said, you just go with the information that's available to us. You know,
I'll send you a receipt.
Davey Grant.
He was worth mentioning. Davey Grant, man.
It wasn't the performance that you thought it felt like when we rewatched it.
I was screaming the entire time for him to shoot for a takedown.
It was one hell of a performance, especially against a guy like Ramon Tavares.
He was comfortable standing in front of him and putting combinations together. The leg strikes was 1 to 40 something.
Yo. Bro.
No, that was like in the second round. It might have went more.
He tripled the significant strikes that Ramon Tavares threw. It was cooked, bro.
Yeah, Ramon was headhunting. He only landed.
And there were some powerful shots he had in there. Like when he was making contact, that shit had an impact.
I've always been a Davey Grant fan, but I expected him to take him down and go for submissions. It's where he goes.
And another fantastic knockout that's really worth mentioning is Sean Woodson knocking Fernando Padilla out, because
the Giants of 145.
I was right. Like, first of all, you're absolutely right. We got to acknowledge the fact that these guys are as tall as us and weigh 60 pounds less than us. That is outrageous.
80 pounds less than me.
That is outrageous. Like, how is this happening, bro? No. How are you guys getting down to this weight? That shit is nuts.
There's this thing called food. It's pretty good.
I got to see what their diet plans are, the structure, the setup, because, like, and they don't even look unhealthy, bro. Like, they look fit. They look good.
Well, Sean Woodson has an odd figure. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I imagine.
Fernando looks like Mr. Burns.
I imagine Fernando like cuts a lot of weight.
He has to, especially the way he got knocked out. You could see
because he visibly looked like the bigger dude in the cage, and he's 6'1". Sean Woodson is 6'2.5".
Yeah. And Fernando opened the fight the exact way I expected him to. That's why I put my bet on Fernando, because I was like, yo, he's going to overwhelm Sean, eventually land one of those overwhelming strikes and finish it with a TKO.
Sean acknowledged that he knew that this guy comes forward and all of that. So he was...
I knew that there was always possum. I knew there was always a possibility of the counter shot. Yeah. Now, what made the fucking knockout crazy is that it wasn't a counter shot, bro. It was just a reversal of the moment, and Sean Woodson turned himself into the hunter and stopped being hunted and just overwhelmed Fernando and doop.
I also think Fernando had a good poker face. He got stunned a bunch of times. His face never told it, but his legs did.
His legs did.
His legs told it.
His legs wobbled.
He's like, you might be looking fine right now. You look good, like you didn't get hurt, but your legs told a whole different story, man. You wobbled, and I don't know. That's actually a fight that you could rematch. How crazy that was.
That was a fun one. It only lasted one round, so you definitely could see.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I could see them fighting again.
Maybe down the road, though. So one thing I've always wanted to do, now that we get a chance to, since there's no fights coming up this week, right? I want to make a couple predictions for next year before we wrap the show for the night, right? So, first wild prediction I want you to make, right? Whatever weight classes you want, the end of next year, who are the 3 champions? Just pick 3 weight classes, 3 champions. Who do you got?
Tatiana Suarez.
Oh, you think she's smoking Zhang Hui Li like that?
Man, I've been saying as soon as she gets that title shot, it's hers.
That's right, bro. That fight is happening in like 2 months. We're gonna see it.
So I got Tatiana. I almost said Valentina, but I don't know.
Who do you think is beating Valentina?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know who I think is beating Valentina, but...
Tatiana?
No, Janudova.
Tatiana plans on going up again, too, after she wants to be double champion. So.
That'll be nuts. But Janudova is who I think beats Savchenko.
Interesting. Yeah. I'll leave the girls out of it then. I just went with Tatiana. I went with Tatiana for
Tatiana for first.
Taking Whaley, and then I'll go with Shavkat.
Okay, Shavkat's taking it from Bilal. You're banking on some early fights, bro, because these are happening at the beginning of the year. They're already booked and ready to go. So you're saying they're gonna win and defend is essentially what you're thinking.
Yeah, I don't see nobody beating Shavkat.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't see nobody beating Tatiana. I also, that'd be nasty. To go from middleweight is so crazy.
Yo, middleweight is crazy right now.
Welterweight is nice. I know you want to put in some fight nerds in there, but that's so tough. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kyle.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Make the full commitment, baby. Let's go fight
nerds. Everywhere else, everywhere else is a little too crazy. Unless I go easy and say Islam. Nah, yeah, that's too. I'm gonna go with Kyle. I'm gonna go Kyle at middleweight.
So I'm gonna go Alex Pereira. I feel like the division isn't changing anytime soon in a threatening way. So he's gonna remain champion, right? And then depending on how things work out at heavyweight, which is my second prediction, crazy as it might sound, bro, I'm gonna say it.
John
Jones.
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew you needed the wow factor. So I wasn't gonna say Tom.
Bro, John Jones, like it's really becoming more and more convincing to me that he is not going to like give Tom Aspinall a chance, bro. Like I was really rooting for Tom Aspinall before. I was on his side 100%. But the swag that John Jones is approaching this with, I know people are reading it as John Jones is ducking, but bro, the swag he is approaching this with, he is going to get himself the fattest paycheck for probably the fastest fight of his career, bro. That's what I'm predicting.
Hey.
Like on some real great, like I already said it earlier in the show, like I am openly ready to neglect and ignore all the cheating and scandals of John Jones' entire career, bro. Taking the asterisk off completely. That is the greatest fighter of all time.
Man.
If my prediction comes true, bro. And then the last one I'm gonna make, and this one is the real crazy one because we talked about it a little bit last week, but I no longer believe anybody's beating Alessandro Pantoja, bro. I'm a Kai Kara France fanatic, and I really want to see this title fight. But the Panthers holding that belt for a while, my boy.
You'll be tight if Henry Cejudo go down there and win that.
Bro, that'll be ridiculous.
Or
Henry Cejudo comes down,
at this point, those are the two fights that make
the most sense.
They don't
It's
seem
between
to
Kai.
want to give Kai Kara-France his title shot.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to fight.
And honestly, right now I'd rather see Kai versus Cap. Just because of the history.
Oh no. The fight to make is Kai Kara-France versus Manuel.
Yeah.
They have smoke already. That's the title eliminator. You won't call it the number one contender fight because there's a chance you might want Davison Figueroa to come down.
No. You call it the number one contender fight.
No,
but you simultaneously book. You simultaneously book Davison versus Pantoja.
That works.
And now you have both the wheels going.
That works.
You know what I mean? Or you book versus Cejudo. Either way, that's what's next. Is you bring these people who left the division back to the division. Like,
Pantoja has to fight a
let's
former
prove
champion
something real quick. You know what I mean?
Point,
that's what made his DJ call out amazing.
Yeah, the DJ call out was great. I wish it would have been 2 years ago, but it is what it is.
So that's the 3 champion prediction right there. I am a little surprised you didn't think Islam initially. I thought Islam too, but honestly,
it's just I feel like that's like an easy one. The problem is Islam, you could say Islam and not even be talking about 155 at this point, because I do think he will want to move up to welterweight eventually.
I think he only moves up if Hamza gets the belt. And if Hamza gets the belt, then we have a really interesting matchup between Islam and Hamza.
How does Hamza get the belt? I don't think Hamza can make 170.
Hamza's in the 185 position, right?
Yeah, he's not.
I guess he's staying at 185 now. You're right.
But if Bilal were to remain champion, he would go to 185. That's what he said.
Yeah. And Hamza smokes Bilal.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you hesitated. That was crazy.
when Bilal thought that Islam was gonna go up, he was willing to go up to 185.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm not fighting Islam.
It's because he was kind of cherry picking. I think he wanted Israel.
Yeah.
Thinking that Israel will retain. I mean, we'll get the belt back from DDP, but how do you think Islam would fare against DDP?
I don't know anymore, bro. I'm a DDP fan, and I can't explain why, bro. Like he wins fights. I don't like him.
I don't like him.
His highlights never make sense, bro.
Yeah.
It's the craziest dynamic of
I can explain what happened with Izzy. Izzy was winning the fight, and it looked like he got tired. And once he got tired, it became easy for DDP to take him down, and he got him in a sequence.
But all the judges' scorecards said Dreykus was winning the whole fight.
Well, you're saying that you can say that after whatever, but the way the fight was going before he got tired, like
no, but I'm saying what the judges scored real time.
I don't care what the judges scored. The finish was coming. The way the fight was going, the finish was coming.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, he was setting traps and it was working.
I think
until he couldn't move.
I give Dreykus the first round, Izzy the second round, and it was over in the third, right? Or was it over in the fourth?
I want to say it was the third.
Right, it was over in the third. Yeah, so. Yeah, I remember it was exactly like that. Dreykus got the first, and then Izzy got the second. I was like, oh, Izzy's looking good. He might be able to make a little comeback. And then, so if you feel like he was tired, but I thought he was making a comeback, I think that says a lot about how bad of a situation Izzy was in.
Well, he just wasn't, it wasn't like that he was super tired. He just wasn't moving the same.
Yeah.
So, like, when DDP was getting close to him, he wasn't moving his feet enough. It became easy to take him down. Then he hit him and slipped, remember? And he went like this, and people try to say that he did the Max Holloway.
Oh yeah, when he pointed because he was like, "Look, I slipped."
I'm like,
it wasn't a knockdown.
People don't even have a functioning brain if you think that was him calling for the Max Holloway. Like, he clearly saying he slipped. But yeah, it's hard to explain any DDP win other than like Rob Whittaker. That was just
that was his clearest win. Yeah.
Other than that, he was losing it.
And I forgot who he beat right before Rob Whittaker. They got him that fight because that was also a finish. That was super clear. But most of the time when he's fighting, it's just really strangely sloppy in a really crazy winning way somehow.
He's always in bad positions and somehow survives it.
Like, I almost picked him, honestly, as one of my 3 because I'm like, I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't really understand, but I think he's going to be champion.
I think Hamza is really the one that solves the puzzle because Hamza has a new way about him that, people are saying my striking might be my weakness. Who cares? You're not going to see it. He just goes in there, he grabs them,
and call it a day.
Yep. If you could make somebody's teeth go in towards their gum and stab them, like, what would you do? Anything else?
Shattered Robert Whittaker's jawline. That shit was insane. Word. Well, that wraps it up for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you want to follow me, you can follow at WhatUpVega. If you want to follow Coach Mike, you can follow him at SF Big Mike. And we'll probably see you guys next week, even though there's no fights. I think there's going to be some boxing shit, though.
I don't know. Yeah. There was a lot of wrestling this weekend that I missed out to catch up on.
WWE. So don't they do? They have a New Year's show, don't they?
I don't know. A New Year's show?
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
I should know this, but